Today I'm working on a 2002 BMW 530 and I'm installing our adjustable camber and tow arms. Once you have the car safely lifted and the tire removed, the first step is to locate the components you're going to replace. Here is the camber arm to the rear and the tow arm to the front. Both of the factory links have a ball joint style end on them. That means that there is no bolt head to hold while loosening the nut. You'll notice a hex made onto the end of the threads, so you can use a wrench to hold it while removing the nut. Depending on the condition of yours, this may be deteriorated beyond use. In this case, you can use a pair of vice grips to hold it. The next step is to remove the plastic clip that holds the ABS wire to the camber arm. Once that's off, you'll need a 21mm wrench for the nut and a 10mm wrench to hold the joint from spinning. On the other end of the camber arm, there's a bolt that goes through the subframe bracket. A 18mm on both sides will get that out of there. Here you can see the factory and adjustable camber arms side by side. The new one comes out of the box set to the stock length. At this point you can completely remove the plastic clip attached to the ABS wire and it will not be reused. Slide the new camber arm into place under the ABS wire. Remove the bolt and place the far end of the arm into the subframe bracket. Then install the bolt. Install the factory bolt back into the subframe side. Go ahead and tighten all the camber arm hardware. There is no need for the suspension to be at ride height during this process. Using 2 tie straps, resecure the ABS wire to the camber arm, making sure to leave plenty of slack for the suspension to move. Moving to the tow arm, the bolt at the subframe is an eccentric bolt. This allows for minor adjustments to the alignment. If you aren't planning to make a drastic change in the toe, I recommend you mark this bolt to keep your alignment as close as possible. To remove it, you'll need a 16mm for the nut and a 7mm to hold the hex end. The eccentric bolt is also a 16mm on both sides. This is the most difficult piece of hardware to deal with in this process. Here's the factory and adjustable tow arms side by side. These also come out of the box set to the factory length. It's important that the adjustment on the tow arms is done using both ends. Setting the length while the arms are installed in the car is recommended. Place the tow arm into the subframe bracket and reinstall the factory eccentric bolt. Align the outer end and install the bolt. Tighten the outer hardware using 17mm. Tighten the eccentric bolt using a 16mm while making sure to align your marks if you chose to do that. Once the arms are fully installed and the length you desire, make sure to tighten the 2 jam nuts on the tow arm and 1 on the camber arm. At this point, the car is ready for an alignment. If time is taken to get the arms close to the lengths you need, the alignment can be done using only the factory adjustments. If you've made a dramatic change, I recommend setting the camber and toe eccentric bolts to a neutral position to give the technician some room to dial it in. The eccentric for the camber adjustment is on the lower control arm at the subframe. Obviously, the lengths of the arms can also be adjusted during the alignment.